Hello grade 10s. Today we will be discussing simple interest. Interest is the price paid for using someone else's money or the price paid to you for investing your money with an institution like a bank. It is calculated as a percentage of money borrowed or invested over a specified time period. There are two types of interest rates: simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is calculated at the end of each period according to the stated interest rate, using the original amount of money saved or borrowed. Let's look at how simple interest is calculated. The formula we use to calculate simple interest is called the simple interest formula. The letter A is for the accumulated amount. This is the original amount of the loan or investment with the interest added, and can also be called the future value of the loan or investment. The letter P is the principal amount. This is the original value of the loan or investment, and it can also be called the present value. I is for the interest rate written as a decimal, and N is for the time period over which interest is calculated. The time period is usually calculated in years. It is important to remember that the interest rate must always be written as a decimal when substituting it into the formula. In most questions, you will be given the interest rate as a percentage. To change it into a decimal, you need to divide the number by 100. Let's have a look at some examples. Sarah invests 20,000 Rand for 10 years at a simple interest rate of 15% per annum. Calculate how much money Sarah will have at the end of 10 years. Remember, per annum means per year. Let's begin by writing down the formula and substituting the values. The simple interest formula is A is equal to P times, open brackets, 1 plus I times N, close brackets. We are calculating the value of A, and as a result have no value to substitute in for the variable. The original or present value of the investment is 20,000 Rand. The interest rate is 15%, but needs to be written as a decimal. Divide 15 by 100, and the value of I is 0,15. The investment is made over 10 years, which means that N is equal to 10. We substitute the values in for the variables and get the equation. A is equals to 20,000 times, open brackets, 1 plus 0,15 times 10, close brackets. Use your calculator to find the answer. Start by punching in 20,000, press open brackets, 1 plus 0.15 times 10, close brackets. Press equals, and you'll see the answer is 50,000. So after 10 years, Sarah's accumulated amount on her investment was 50,000 Rand. Remember, this is the total amount of the initial investment, together with the interest gained over 10 years. Let's have a look at some more examples using the simple interest formula. Jason started to save money for a new motorbike 5 years ago at a simple interest rate of 15% per annum. The accumulated value of his investment is 7,000 Rand. How much money did he invest 5 years ago? Remember that the first step is to write the formula and the values of all the known variables. A is the accumulated amount of 7,000 Rand. We don't know the value of P, so we'll put a question mark in place of a value. The interest is 15%. To change this to a decimal, we divide it by 100 and get an answer of 0,15. Jason saved for 5 years, which means we can give in the value of 5. This gives us 7,000 is equal to P times, open bracket, 1 plus 0.0015 times 5, close brackets. We need to solve for p. This means we should isolate it by rearranging the equation. P is multiplied by the value in the brackets. If we want to isolate p, we'll have to divide both sides by the value in the brackets. This means that p is equal to 7,000 divided by 1 plus 0.15 times by 5. Using the calculator, we push the fraction button. Put 7,000 at the top and at the bottom, open brackets, 1 plus 0.15 times 5, close brackets. When we press equals, the answer is 4,000. This means that Jason originally invested 4,000 Rand. Now we're going to look at an example where we need to calculate the interest rate. Dumi would like to build a new wall. He takes out a loan at his local bank for 7,000 Rand. After 3 years, he owes the bank 10,000 Rand. Determine the interest rate if the loan given to him earned simple interest. Even though we are calculating the interest rate, we still follow the same process. Let's start by filling in the values we know. A is 10,000. P is 7,000. I we don't know yet, and N is 3. Substitute this into the simple interest formula and we get 10,000 is equal to 7,000 times, open bracket, 1 plus I times 3, close brackets. To get I on its own, we divide both sides of the equation by 7,000, leaving a fraction of 10 over 7 on the left side and 1 plus I times 3 on the right. Now subtract 1 from both sides, leaving us with 3 over 7 is equal to I times 3. We divide both sides of the equation by 3 to give us I is equal to 1 over 7. The interest rate should be written as a percentage in the answer. But at the moment, we have a fraction as an answer. We change any fraction to a percentage by dividing the numerator by the denominator and multiplying the answer by 100. Let's do this on our calculator. 1 divided by 7 times 100 equals 14,285,71429. If we round this off to 2 decimal places, we find that his interest rate is 14.29%. We have now used the simple interest formula to calculate the values for A, P, and I. Thank you for joining us, grade 10s. Remember to look at the tasks for this section in the Finance and Growth task video. You can also find more information on this section at our website, www.mindset.co.za/learn. Now that we have your interest, we hope you'll find the lessons on finance really simple. Bye for now.